The Reds score 4 with defending from hell. Meanwhile, a club legend records his farewell. Despite hard work and long days, the stadium redevelopment now has delays. With speculation galore, can we expect one more through the door? The good, the bad and the ugly at Liverpool FC, the weekly podcast from the LFC File. So welcome back one and all to another episode of the good, the bad and the ugly at Liverpool FC from the LFC File. This week we're covering game week number 2 of the pre-season preparation. Firstly, excuse the background. This is the second video in a row which is coming from a secret holiday hideout. Well, it's actually in Devon in the UK, but there you go. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks again for all the support, can't forget that, for all the likes and the views from the last videos, much appreciated. So let's continue to build the community together. Let's get into it with the good. And this week the good has got to be Liverpool drawing against German second division side Greuther Furth, and it was a 4-4 result. And of course Mo Salah saving Liverpool's embarrassment with a last minute equaliser. So why is this such good news, I hear you say? Well, the fact is it's not great news, of course, but at least they didn't lose. And I think at this point in pre-season, apart from fitness of course and all the other excuses, I think it's good if the players can maintain an unbeaten record at least going into the new season. So as you can see from the headline here from the Mirror, Mo Salah spares Liverpool's blushes with late equaliser in thrilling friendly. 5 talking points. Well, of course, the 5 talking points we're not going to bother with. We'll just go over basically the game. Liverpool took the lead as they have done so far in this pre-season. So as you can see here, Kieran King's account, the Reds opened the scoring through Díaz in a dominant first half performance from Klopp's side before the German second tier outfit levelled just after the break. It didn't take Liverpool long to take the lead or extend their advantage to 3-1 with 2 quick-fire goals from Darwin Núñez. However, the Bundesliga side responded once more, scoring 3 times to put themselves in front for the first time in the game, with goals from Julian Green, no relation of course, Lucas Petkov and Armindo Seeb all scoring to put Greuther Furth ahead. But as we see here, they were unable to hold on for the victory as Mo Salah spared Liverpool's blushes to level late on. So yes, not fantastic news, but not the end of the world either. So that's the good for this week. And that brings us swiftly on to the not bad. The not bad is going to be Jordan Henderson recording his farewell message to the Liverpool fans from an empty Anfield. So as you can see here, the Mail Online, they have the headline from Charlotte Daily: Jordan Henderson films farewell message to Liverpool fans at empty Anfield Stadium ahead of Al-Ettifaq move. And we've also got here the tweet that the captain sent. And he's basically saying it's hard to put these last 12 years into words, and it's even harder to say goodbye. I will always be a Red until the day I die. Firm words from Mr. Henderson. Actually very believable as well. He's been one of the great servants of the club in most recent times, since joining as a 21-year-old, I think that would make him. From Sunderland in 2011 for 20 million, I believe. And if we're honest, we'll all acknowledge that the start of Jordan Henderson's career wasn't very easy. He did come in for a lot of criticism, but as time went on, he's actually matured into a great captain. And there was one period, of course, where Brendan Rodgers, in his wisdom, wanted to swap Jordan for a Fulham player. I can't remember who it was, but there was a Fulham player he wanted to swap Jordan Henderson for, and to be fair to Jordan, he did dig his heels in and say, no, I don't want to move, I want to fight for my place, and fight he did, and the rest of course is history. So we're saying goodbye to one of the most decorated captains in recent times for Liverpool. Thoroughly nice guy, and with this move he's coming for a lot of criticism, not just the LGBTQ plus discussion, which I think is way wide of the mark, to be perfectly honest. But anyway, that's another discussion. But also today, even I saw a couple of reports where the headline was that he snubbed Jurgen Klopp, which is absolute nonsense. Simply because he mentioned Damien Comolli, the director of football for Liverpool at the time, and Kenny Dalglish coming to meet him when he arrived from Sunderland, and then this has been construed that he's snubbed Jurgen Klopp. What absolute rubbish. I mean, why didn't anyone say he snubbed Brendan Rodgers, because he didn't mention him either? Why didn't they say he snubbed Virgil van Dijk, because he didn't mention him either? So at the end of the day, you get my drift. There's just complete nonsense that comes out of this. Personally, I think we're saying goodbye to one of, as I said before, the best servants the club has had in recent times, and I think it should be more about celebrating the contribution that he's made to the club, rather than this constant crap that comes out of a lot of the tabloids. So thanks for the memories, Mr. Henderson. It's been emotional. It's been a pleasure. And that brings us swiftly on to the ugly. And the ugly for this week is news coming out that the planned opening of the new Anfield Road stand will be delayed until October, according to contractors Buckingham. And this has come after, despite the hard work that's obviously been put in, it seems they're not going to make the planned opening, which was the home game against Bournemouth. I'm not sure what date that was going to be, but it should be the second game of the season, basically. As you can see from the Echo's headline here, Liverpool forced to delay £80 million Anfield Road stand opening as new plan confirmed. So for those of you that haven't been following, there are 3 YouTubers that have been covering the construction over the last 18 months. One is Mr. Drone UK, the other one is Casey Imageworks, and Paul Frost. So the 3 of them have been covering the progress of the build so far. Really good footage, so I'd recommend following those guys and at least taking a look at their content. It's been really good. There's a fair bit to do. I believe also the capacity is going to be reduced to 51,000 from the current 54,000. So hopefully come October it will be up to the 64,000 that's anticipated. That almost wraps it up for me. Before I go, just a quick look at the rumour mill. And the main one, well, the only one which I'm going to focus on, the only one which seems plausible at the moment among the 1,000 names you hear bandied about, is that of Romeo Lavia from Southampton. Mr. Fabrizio Romano, the go-to source for reliable transfer news, who has confirmed that Liverpool will make a new formal bid for Romeo Lavia, and it's almost ready. Around 42.5 million as guaranteed, plus 2.5 million in add-ons. So Liverpool want to be fast, as Chelsea are still interested in Lavia, keeping a close eye. So yes, let's see what happens there. Fairly confident. Hopefully a deal will get done. He's a very good player, and for those that saw my Gameweek 38 review, where I've said, where I pointed out this guy's performance was probably the man of the match, I would say, overshadowed by 1 or 2 other players, but he really is a very good prospect. So it will be interesting to see if he does finally don the red of Liverpool. That wraps it up for me pretty much. Thanks very much for coming by, and remember, please like and subscribe, And of course, follow the blog on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and of course www.thelfcfile.com. So thanks again, thanks for all the support, and until next time, stay safe and peace. The LFC File.